Hey you guys, so this story is about my bitch ass ex. I just have to tell y'all this story because he was just a fucking horrible person and I want to get this shit off my chest, and I don't care if he sees it. I got a job at Cookout. If you from the South, you probably know what Cookout is. It has bomb ass, cheap ass food, and I worked there and I gained a lot of motherfucking weight, and I should have just never ever worked there in my life. So I got a job at Cookout. And I was new there, and so my ex Tim, he used to work in the back. He used to be flipping them burgers and shit. That's the only motherfucking talent he had. So he worked in the back, but he used to always be like, "Oh, you're cute." He used to compliment me all the time and say stuff. But the only problem was he was ugly. He was ugly as fuck. When I tell y'all he's so ugly, I was like, okay, that's cute. Ew. I was like, okay, that's cute, but no, that's wrong. We're not gonna do that because he wasn't cute. So I was not really interested in him, but I was like, he's a cool guy. He seems nice. He seems sweet. So I had this friend at my job, and I love him, but he's the one that fucking convinced me to talk to this nigga. So he was just like, oh my gosh, you know Tim likes you? And I was like, yeah, I know. He was like, you should give him a chance. And I was just like, but he's ugly. But he was like, but he's really sweet. Yeah, he was sweet. He came out very sweet. I keep slapping my thighs. He came out very sweet, very like, almost like dorky, nerdy kind of sweet, which I love nerdy guys. They're so sweet and cute. He was like that, but he was ugly. So I was just like, ew. And I was just like, I don't want to talk to him. And he was like, girl, this is what you need. It was a gay guy. He was like, girl, this is what you need. Your last dude was an asshole. You need to go for the sweeter Christian guys. And I was like, you know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe I'm being shallow. Maybe I need to give this dude a chance. Guys, this nigga's so ugly. I just want you guys to understand. His forehead went out like this. He had a fucking show forehead. He had a gap tooth and a lazy eye. Just picture that. And he was really dark skinned and tall. He was real ugly. Just imagine that. Tall, dark skin. I don't have a problem with dark skin because my man's dark skin. I love me some dark skin. But he was ugly. So anyways, I decided to give this young gentleman a chance. I was like, you know what, let me give him a chance. And it was so cute. He came up to me and was like, can I take you out to dinner? And I was like, oh my gosh, this nigga just asked me out to dinner. Like, what nigga does that nowadays? You know, niggas now be like, hey, you want to come to my place and chill or something? So the fact that he asked me out, it was very like proper with it. I thought it was so cute. And I was like, oh my gosh. So we went out to eat, and that nigga talked the whole fucking time. He just talked and talked. I was like, shut up. And we're at Longhorn, and he was fucking taking all the fucking bread for the butter. And I remember it just rubbed me the wrong way. But he was sweet. Like, he brought up religion, talking about Jesus and stuff. Oh, I'm a Christian, this, that, or the other. So, you know, I like that about a guy because it's hard to find a guy that really is a Christian. So I thought that was cute. But I mean, it was an okay day. It wasn't like it wasn't amazing or nothing like that. So I was just like, okay, whatever. He's cool, whatever. And we went home. You know, he didn't try to like kiss me. He didn't try to hit it that night because ew, that wouldn't have happened. So we went our separate ways. And I remember that night he called me for some reason. It was real late at night, and we was talking on the phone for hours. And I think that's the moment that I started liking him because I have a soft spot for conversationalists. Like, if you can really hold a conversation, especially being a guy, if you can hold a decent conversation, you got me. And we talked about some deep stuff, and I was like, you know what, he's not so bad. So then started the situationship. It was a fucking situationship. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So that started our situationship. So he basically started living at my dorm. Like, literally, this nigga just spent a night, y'all, and he never left. You know, like, I don't know. Like, we were a thing, so, like, I didn't care. At first, he had a truck, but then he had to put his truck in the shop. So he basically started fucking driving my car everywhere. So we be at work, right? And I thought we were I thought we were together because if you living with me, you know what I'm saying, we always together, nigga, we a couple. So we would be at work and he would be flirting with these girls, and I used to get so pissed, and he used to always throw the excuse at me, but we're not in a relationship. And I don't know why at that point I was like, fuck you, because there were so much other niggas that were way cuter than him there, and I was cute at the time. That's when I was skinny. That's before all that Cookout weight got to me. I was cute, y'all. So I don't know why the fuck I put up with that shit, but I did. And I stayed with him, even though we weren't really together. We were still like kicking it or whatever you want to call it. And I just felt so stupid about the whole situation. Cause I really be feeling some type of way when he would say stuff like that. I'd be like, well, why won't you make it your girlfriend? And he's just like, I want to take my time. I don't want it to rush into things. But yeah, you want me to have sex with you, but we're not in a relationship, but I can't talk to nobody else. It was so fucking stupid. So he was always flirting with other girls. And y'all, when I tell you, this nigga was so stupid. I really wish I could think of all the dumb shit that he said. So anyways, this is the way it would work. I would go into work at 4:45 and he would go into work at 6. He would just drop me off to work and then he would go back home, you know, shower up, watch a little TV, and then he would come to work at like 6, I think. So I would let him, you know, use my car. This nigga, do you know that one time, this is the first offense, he left my keys in the car and my door unlocked. I'm like, bitch, do you not know this is a push to start? Like, this nigga, it doesn't even matter that it's a push to start. You would just leave my keys in the car and fucking someone could just drive off because the keys are with the car. Like, he was so stupid, and I used to get on to him, and he always had some fucking excuse. Like, oh, I was going back to the car. I remember another day. I was at work, we were both there for a few hours, and I go into the parking lot because I used to eat lunch, in my car, my lunch break. I would go out to the car and my door was wide open. And I was like, Tim, you left my motherfucking door wide open. And he was like, no, I was about to run back out there. I'm like, nigga, you've been here for 3 hours. Like, when was you gonna go back out there? Like, he would just always have some dumbass lie as to why he fucked up my car. And then another time, he left my car running. It was running from like fucking 6 o'clock to like midnight, y'all. I walked outside and I was just like, why is my motherfucking car on? I was so mad. And of course, I'm sure he had some dumbass excuse. I can't remember. But after that, I stopped letting him drive my car. I was like, nope, fuck you. You gonna have to just come to work early with me. Or you could just sit in the back until it's time for you to work. Because I was not letting him take my car no more. So anyways, he felt some type of way. But I didn't give a fuck because obviously you can't be trusted because you're fucking a child. So that's what we did for a while. And I remember one day we came to Gwinnett to see my family because I was from Gwinnett, but I was in school in Kennesaw. Gwinnett is about 45 minutes from Kennesaw. We drove to Gwinnett, spent the weekend with my family. My family did not like damn, that's my husband now. My family did not like Tim. They weren't really fond of him, but that's besides the point. So we were driving back to Kennesaw, bruh. I was in the car and I was sleeping and I was too tired to drive my car back to Kennesaw. So I was like, look, nigga, can you just drive my car to Kennesaw? That's all I need you to do. He was like, yeah. He was happy he could drive my car. So I was asleep in the passenger side and we're driving. And all I remember is waking up to a big boom and smoke and my trunk up. You guys, he crashed my fucking car. The first car that my grandparents paid for, that they paid my car insurance for, that I didn't have to spend a fucking dime on, he fucking crashed my car. Y'all, he fucking crashed my car because he was using the GPS to get back to Kennesaw. And if you're in stop and go traffic, you know that you need to go like this if you're going to be on your phone. You shouldn't text and drive, but you're supposed to be like, you know what I mean? Because you're barely going anywhere. And what pisses me off was we were already going in some direction, but he thought he knew of a faster direction, so he pulled out the GPS and he was driving the car like this and he's looking down like this. It's stop and go traffic. Why would you stare at the phone that long? It's stop and go traffic. So he hit the car in front of us and I just knew it was getting totaled. And I kept crying like my car's gonna be totaled. And he, no, it's not, Taylor. Stop being so negative. It's not gonna get totaled. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You just crashed my car. Like, shut up. So, you know, it always take a few days for the insurance to say if it's total or not. I was praying to God, and God was like, nah, because you want to be stupid, right? I get that call. Yes, Miss Boston Name, it looks like your car is a total loss. I was like, bruh, I was so fucking hurt. Like, I only had that car for like 2 months, I think, y'all. Like, I was so fucking mad. Like, it still makes me mad to this day because I have a car note, and I don't have to have a car note. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so. And I remember, y'all, one day I was driving my car and I accidentally like scratched the side on the gas pump. I was too close to the gas pump And you know what my ex had the audacity to say? He goes, did you just hit that? Oh my gosh, you should take a defensive driving course. Me? I need to take a defensive driving course? Nigga, you totaled my whole fucking car. And first of all, I'm not trying to be sexist, but how you a nigga and you crashed in a car? Like, aren't you supposed to be good at driving? This nigga wasn't good for shit, y'all. He was only good for ruining my life. And I could not believe he said that. That's that dumb shit he would say. Shit like that. Like, you need a defensive driving course. Nigga, the whole reason why I'm in this raggedy ass car is because you totaled my car. I could not believe he said that. Like, I could not believe he said that. And I'm more mad at myself that I was still with this nigga. And I really think I just got comfortable with him. I think I just got comfortable, y'all. Honestly, I was not in love with him. I was not head over heels. But it was just a comfortable situation. And I remember one day I was sleeping. And I got a call from my friend. And she goes, Taylor, oh my gosh, I have something to tell you. But I don't want you to be hurt. And I was just like, what? She was like, the guy she was talking to told her that the only reason why Tim was with me is because he needed a place to stay, and basically that was it, because he had an apartment. But when he had an apartment with his friend, but when that nigga was never there, his friend rented out his apartment to somebody else, so he didn't have a place no more. And he still didn't have his car. His car was still in the shop. His car was in the shop. Probably still to this day, his car is in the fucking shop. So anyway, she was like, yeah, he's basically just using you, and he doesn't really care about you. And I was so hurt that night. I was just crying. I felt stupid. I was upset. And I remember he should have been at my place by then. So I was blowing him up. I was calling him. And his friend picked up and he was like, yo, Taylor, Tim is so fucking drunk right now. We're outside of Del Taco. He's out here puking. You need to come pick him up. And I was like, nigga, what? What do you mean? Like, I was really contemplating if I should pick this dude up, y'all. So I called all my friends over and we decided to go get him. So we drive over there and I see his stupid ugly ass outside throwing his fucking brains out. And I went out to him and I was like, oh, this is the reason why I wanted to go. Because he was still drunk. And I wanted to ask him if it was true, because, you know, people say drunk people tell you the truth. So that's why I went over there. I didn't go over there to pick him up. So I went to him and I was like, Tim. He was like, yo, Taylor, oh my gosh, hi, oh my gosh, I love you. And I was just like, okay, whatever. So I said, Tim, do you really love me? Like, are you with me just so you can have a place to stay? And he was like, what are you talking about, Taylor? Where is this coming from? Please take me home. Da, 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 da. He just kept saying, take me home, take me home. And I remember his friend was like, no, Taylor, he loves you. He's crazy about you. He just kept talking about you. All that dumb shit. And so I went to my friends. I was like, y'all, this nigga talking about take me home. Nigga, where the fuck is home? You ain't got no home. And they were dying. And I was just like, y'all, what should I do? And I was like, they're saying that he's not cheating on, that he's not lying on me. Like, he really cares about me. He's not just with me so he can have a place to stay. Anyway, they basically talked me into bringing him back to my place. So I bring him back to my place. This nigga, this was the craziest day of my life, I think. I bring him back to my dorm. He's fucking passed out on the couch. But when we're walking in the house, he sees his shit thrown all out in the front because I threw his shit all outside. And he was like, what happened to my stuff? And I was just like, nigga, shut up. So he's on the couch, passed out. And I just went in my room and I went back to sleep. You guys, I woke up. And the Holy Spirit just came over me. The Holy Ghost came over me. Jesus woke my ass up and was like, go take a pregnancy test. Like, what? Something, I'm so serious. Something in my mind said take a pregnancy test. And I had this old pregnancy test from like a year ago. Because them things, they last for a good bit. So buy you a couple of pregnancy tests because they don't expire for a while. So I took the pregnancy test and I wasn't thinking much of it. I just took it just to take it. Them two motherfucking lines popped up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was boo-hoo crying. I was like, no, I cannot be pregnant by this ugly ass, stupid ass, bum ass nigga. Like, oh my gosh, I was crying because I was pregnant by this dude. He was fucking passed out on the couch. And I went to him and I said, I'm pregnant, Tim. And he was like, it's gonna be okay. Just some dumb shit. I ended up having to call my best friend And he's the one that had to go take me to the store to get more pregnancy tests to see if it was actually accurate, which they were. Like, so he wasn't even there for me when I was fucking pregnant. And I was just so upset. I was so angry. I didn't want to be pregnant. I didn't want to have this baby. I wanted to finish school. I was not happy. I mentioned to my family. They were just like, okay, you know, you're pregnant or whatever. And so I thought I was pregnant. I just had to accept the fact that I was going to be pregnant.